Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and we're not going to be looking at Bitcoin. We'll look at Dogecoin again in this video, which at this point of time, in terms of price, is still at the same levels as we talked about it yesterday. You don't need to know about yesterday's updates, but just in general, there hasn't been much movement, all right? And that is both a good and a bad thing. First of all, yesterday, we actually did have some bearish pressure at the start of the day, managed to recover quite nicely. Yesterday was fine. Beginning of the weekend there was some bearish pressure, but over the entire weekend we did not have much movement. And right now, the price of Dogecoin right now is also just in general very boring. All right, we haven't really seen much movement since last week, Monday to Wednesday, when we first had those crashes. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we had that decent recovery. But after that recovery, we've been flat. And that's also, excuse me, by the way, I have a little bit of a cold. And that's also the main reason why I told you yesterday you should actually be aware for a potential crash right now. And just in general, the main thing that we're seeing with Dogecoin right now, and I think most of you will see this as well, is that there isn't a lot of bullish sentiment around Dogecoin. And that's also reflected in the technicals, because the volume over the last 24 hours is actually down 5%. Compare that to Bitcoin, where the volume is up 60%, and you know that there's not a lot of trading value or volume or capital inflows going towards Dogecoin. Now, does that necessarily mean that that's bearish? No. And I actually do still think, like looking at the next couple of months, I think Dogecoin is still one of the main cryptos you should be looking at. And I do think you should keep this on your watch list. But that's together with the technical weakness we've seen since Wednesday. Like if you compare Dogecoin with some of the stronger altcoins, the recovery hasn't been as strong by a very big amount. Wow, cannot talk. But the relative recovery has been weak, right? That's the main thing. So that's in combination with the volume. Creates the fear for a drop below our main support level between 37.5 and 39 cents to drop down into 34 cents. Which, by the way, if that happens, which it is a possibility, if we get a lot of bearish pressure from Bitcoin, if that happens, that's a massive opportunity. All right, so I actually don't think that's too bad. But right now, I actually do still think it's most likely that we'll have some bearish pressure here, because Bitcoin looks ripe to pull back as well. We'll have some bearish pressure, but I do think we'll hold this level. And I would even go as far as saying that we can do something like this, right? So this is something I expect, right? The main levels that Dogecoin is between right now is between 37.5/37 cents. And then at the top, this level right here at 44 cents. That's the main consolidation range. And I would even go as far as saying that I actually do think that given what we're seeing right now, so that reduced sentiment and just in general weakness, those are ideal circumstances for some sort of a bear trap, all right? So I think that could actually be a nice opportunity, where if we do, with some bearish pressure today, if we do drop down below this level here at 37.5 cents, I think a lot of people will short Dogecoin, and then that could be an opportunity for a bear trap, like I said. So if we actually drop down below that and get a reclaim above 37.5, 38 cents, I think that's a great opportunity as well. I would even go as far as saying that that's the best opportunity on Dogecoin if that scenario does play out. Right, so something like that I'd keep my eyes on. But outside of that, I would not trade Dogecoin too much right now. And if you want to accumulate this for the long term, I would wait for either some momentum to come back or for us to drop down lower, for example, into 34 cents if the market does turn more bearish. But those are my thoughts. That's sort of thing you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments, of course. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.